Sure.
మా స్టూడెంట్స్ జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారా? సార్ మ్యూట్ అయ్యారా లేదా?
అడ్మిట్ చేసుకోండి అందరినీ.
మా అడ్మిట్ చేయండి తొందరగా, ఫాస్ట్గా. I request all the participants, please mute yourself. Mute your audio and video. Thank you. జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారు మా పిల్లలు ఎంతమంది జాయిన్ అయ్యారు ఇప్పటికే? హలో సార్, మ్యూట్ చేస్తారా? మీరు ఒకసారి ఆడియో మ్యూట్ చేయండి సార్. ఏం చేయట్లేదు?
అడ్మిట్ చేసి పార్కింగ్ రావట్లేదు.
ఏంటట్లేదు? అన్నీ మ్యూట్లోనే ఉన్నాయి కదా. ఇప్పుడు ఫొటోస్ తీయచ్చు. ఫాదర్ జాయిన్ ఇక్కడ ఫాదర్ జాయిన్ అయ్యారో లేదో తెలియట్లేదు. ఒకసారి చూడమ్మా, రాజు ఫాదర్ జాయిన్ అయ్యారో అమ్మా. ఫాదర్ జాయిన్ అయ్యారు లేదా నాకు ఇక్కడ ఎలాగా? ఎలా వెయిట్, ఫాదర్ ఇంకా ఫోన్ తీయలేదు. Father, Father. No, Father, there is no need of admitting you, Father. You can join yourself. No, no. It's no need of యూట్యూబ్లో వెళ్ళమని చెప్దాం.
రిమూవ్ చేసేయండి.
ఇద్దరిని రిమూవ్ చేసేసేయండి. మన ఫాదర్ ఎస్ సార్ 2 minutes 2 minutes just father has to join sir 2 minutes.
One of the management members are coming, Dr. Vignesh. Please wait.
మా ఫాదర్ జాయిన్ అవగానే నాకు
రాజు సోసాయల్.
ఎస్ జాయిన్ అయిపోయారా ఫాదర్?
Yeah, good afternoon, Father.
Good
You're
afternoon.
welcome.
Ask him to unmute.
Good afternoon,
Ma'am,
Father.
please start.
Shall we start the program, Father? Father. Yes, Father. Yes,
Madam,
Father.
start, Father. Start.
Yes, Father. Reverend Father G.A.P. Kishore S.J., Principal. Reverend Father S. Raju S.J., Vice Principal PG. Dr. Vignesh Swarnamohan, Chief Strategic and Outreach Officer, National Digital Library of India. Today's webinar speaker, Dr. G.A. Prasad Rao, Head, Department of Library and Information Science. Respected staff members and my dear students, a very good afternoon. I'm Roja Mani, librarian for PG sections. On behalf of Andhra Loyola College, welcome all the participants to this webinar on National Digital Library of India Awareness Program. Prayer works wonders. Prayer should spring from the heart. Thinking of a supreme power beyond all human inadequacies is kind of auto-suggestion. Let us start the program with prayer song. Okay. లైబ్రరీ ఉందా లేదా లైబ్రరీ
అది యాడ్ చేయాలి.
అదే
అది చేసాం కానీ దీనిలో పెట్టలేదు, లిటిల్లో పెట్టలేదు. యాక్చువల్లీ నిజం చెప్పాలంటే ఫీల్ అంతా చెప్తా.
Thank you. Andhra Loyola College, Vijayawada is a premier institution of higher education in the service of Andhra Pradesh and the country for the last 67 years to impart higher education with integral formation, which involves academic excellence, spiritual growth, social commitment, and value based leadership. In recognition of its service to the cause of higher education, the UGC has conferred on our college the prestigious status of the college with potential for excellence. Our college was also selected under the Star College scheme in 2016 by the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, New Delhi. Our college was accredited by NAC in 2017 at A+ grade with a CGPA of 3.66 in third cycle, the highest CGPA in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana so far. The National Institutional Ranking Framework awarded our college with the All India 36th rank in 2020. Our college library is named after Reverend Father Douglas Gordon SJ, who was the second principal of the college and academic senate member of Andhra University. Father Gordon Library is enriched with good collection of 1,30,000 judiciously selected books and 1,20,782 digital collection including e-books, e-journals and special collection of palm leaves of Saraswati Sahasranama and 110 years of National Geography CDs. Our library is fully automated with NewGen Lib software and also providing free internet facility with 50 capacity. One of the wonderful programs we are organizing in Father Gordon Library is book review. This program is specially designed to inculcate reading habits among the students. All the students who are voracious readers and have great thirst for literature can join as members of Loyola Reviewers Association. Till now, 53 books were reviewed by students and 6 books were reviewed by the author himself. Now I request Dr. G.A. Prasad Rao, HOD, Department of Library and Information Science, to speak about the importance of the Librarians Day. Thank you, sir. Over to you, sir. Over to Dr. G.A. Prasad Rao.
Thank you, madam. Respected Father Principal and the management members, Reverend Father S. Raju, Vice Principal, PG Departments. This is T. Rojamani, PG Librarian, and today's invited speaker, Dr. Vignesh Swarnamohan, Chief Strategic and Outreach Officer, National Digital Library of India, IIT Kharagpur. And beloved faculty members and dear student friends, very good morning, very good afternoon to one and all. Very good afternoon to one and all. The task assigned to me today is to tell you the importance of August 12th, that is tomorrow, the National Librarians Day. August 12th, why it was named as Librarians Day? What is the importance behind that? I will give you a brief remarks, and that particular day, Dr. Shiali Ramamrita Ranganathan, Dr. Shiali Ramamrita Ranganathan, born on August 12th in the year 1892. A tiny small village called Shiali in Tanjore district of Tamil Nadu. His parents were Srimati Sita Lakshmi and Ramamrita Iyer. On August 12th, that's tomorrow, we are going to remember and celebrate 129th birthday of Shiali Ramamrita Ranganathan, popularly known as Dr. SRR. Dr. SRR. Basically, he was a mathematics teacher, a professor in Madras University, and the year 1924, he was shifted to library department, and Madras University asked him to take over as librarian as an additional charge, and in the year 1925, the Madras University sent him to London to pursue library science education. On his return, he started modernizing Madras University Library, and he has done wonderful practicals, what all he learned in London School of Library Science, and he's the first person in India to adopt and to start open access system in Indian libraries. He started the same project with Madras University Library, and many critics, many were criticized him because of the new method what he adopted. But now across the globe, everybody are following open access system. So Ranganathan is very, very famous for his noble ideas and wonderful works, and not only that, he authored 63 books. He authored 63 different areas of books he authored, and out of 63, to mention, in the year 1933, he wrote and developed a special scheme of classification that is called colon classification. Many universities and libraries, they are adopting this particular classification scheme and they are following. And also, he wrote another famous popular book called 5 Laws of Library Science. 5 Laws of Library Science. In all universities, in all library schools, library science schools, this has become a subject. 5 Laws of Library Science has become a subject, and his book is being taught, accepted everywhere, and they have taken up as a subject and they are teaching in library science curriculum. In addition to that, he authored more than 2000 international articles. And to his scholarship and to his merits, Government of India in the year 1957 awarded and conferred him as Padma Shri Award with Padma Shri Award. And not only that, Government of India in the year 1965 honored him and felicitated him with the National Research Professor Fellowship. This National Research Professor, so far, only 7 scientists and social thinkers are there. So out of 7, Dr. SRR is one among them. So that's the greatness of Dr. SRR, and he is known as Father of Indian Library Science in India. So that's why tomorrow, the August 12th, we the librarians, academic, public and special library librarians across India, we celebrate Dr. SRR's birthday in the name of National Librarians Day. So with this, I thank the management for giving me this opportunity, and thank you all for your patient listening. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now, COVID-19 pandemic has brought a drastic change in the education and teaching learning process. In the present scenario, the learners round the globe are forced to depend more and more on the digital content. In this context, today's webinar NDLI User Awareness Program will enlighten us about the various resources and services available at NDLI and how to make the best use of these resources for teaching learning for the academic community. Now this is the time to introduce our today's speaker. It is my honor and privilege to introduce Dr. Vignesh Swarnamohan. Dr. Vignesh Swarnamohan is currently the Chief Strategic and Outreach Officer of National Digital Library of India. He holds PhD from the Center for the Study of Law and Governance, JNTU, New Delhi, with a Master's in Public Management. He is also the founder of Brilliant IAS Preparer, a mobile-based low-cost training solutions for the civil service aspirants. He worked with the Indian Public Library Movement and CSC E-Governance Services India Limited. Sir is a chief consultant for P.N. Panikar Vigyan Vikas Kendra. He has been instrumental in managing large development projects like National Digital Literacy Mission, Cyber Gram Yojana, E-Vidya Innovative Project for Rural Women, Women Digital Literacy Project, Financial Literacy and Investor Awareness, Legal Literacy, etc. He has been actively participating in various international forums. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation, sir. Now I hand over the session to Dr. Vignesh Swarnamohan to deliver the talk. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Rajamani. Respected Father Principal, respected Father Raju, Dr. Anand, Dr. Prasad. A very good afternoon to all the participants who are present here. It gives me immense pleasure to be here and launching this program. And also I'm happy to note that this is one of the best NIRF ranked institutions. And congratulations for launching the National Digital Library of India Club in your own institution. So this would actually help setting an example within the Andhra Pradesh and the southern states to promote. I'm also happy to note that you have been organizing a lot of preview events. So we're very happy to note this. So now I will quickly run you through a presentation which talks about various aspects of the National Digital Library of India. And then at the end of the session, we will have a quick question and answer session. Just give me a moment. Let me just share the presentation. Is my presentation visible to you, Mrs. Rajamani? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You can continue.
Sure. Thank you. So these are the things I think our HOD Dr. Prasad has very clearly explained about the 5 laws of library science and the importance of celebrating the National Librarians Day. So he is the gentleman Dr. Prasad was talking about, Professor S.R. Ranganathan. And these are the 5 laws of library science that he has preached throughout his career. So, in fact, our National Digital Library of India took a lot of inspiration from his work, and the basis of a lot of his work, we have created this National Digital Library of India. In today's session, we are going to look at these are the aspects that we are going to look at. Why the National Digital Library of India? How does NDLI work? So what kind of content we have? Who is this part? And then how to access NDLI? What is the difference between Google and NDLI? And then how to operate NDLI Club? So these are the 7 things that we are going to look at in today's session. And the first thing, it is very important. Why do we need a National Digital Library? Because almost every institution have a library. They may have a central library, and they may also, each department may have their own departmental library. And each district and the block and village may be having a library. So we have libraries everywhere, but why do we need a separate new digital library? This question has been asked me in many of the occasions. So yes, so one of the my bosses, I used to ask this question: why do we need so many programs around the same theme? So he used to tell me, let 1,000 flowers bloom, so that because India is such a vast country, and every 100 kilometers you will see the change in culture, change in language, change in people's attitude, people's way of learning. Everything will change, right? So for such a vast country, one solution may not fit all. So you may need multiple solutions which can address to the same issue, right? And in the recent times, especially in the last 5 to 7 years, what has happened is there has been severe financial and human resources constraint for libraries. So this has been hampering a lot in many of those academic institutions. And the institutions have their own reasons. They say like not much students intake are kept happening, or the students are not visiting the library, or they are not reading, and the faculty members don't go to the library, they don't refer the library books. So these are the some of the excuses the institutions provide, but it's actually impacting on the learning outcomes of the students. So many institutions where we have visited, wherever the institutions are good, the library is the core heart of the institution, that the institutions have perished, right? So we, that is one of the main reasons why the importance of library is very critical. And in the digital, so in the physical library, we have challenges like accessing the same resource by multiple persons at the same time. Suppose if your library has, say, a book, say you may have 4 or 5 volumes of the same book, but when one of your faculty members come to a class and he or she prescribes you to read one specific chapter in a book, and so suppose if all of you want to access it, it is not possible in the physical library, but whereas in the digital library, the same copy can be accessed by multiple persons at the same time. So that is the beauty of the digital library. And also in the physical library, we have challenges like missing resources, hidden resources, and damaged resources, which is not the case in the digital library. So having seen these challenges, the government of India actually wanted to give equal access to the knowledge resources to every Indian citizen, whether they come from Kashmir or Kanyakumari, whether they come from Mizoram, Nagaland, or Surat or Ahmedabad, whichever part of the country they belong to, or whether they study in big institution or a small institution, everyone should be given equal access to the knowledge resources. So with that in mind, the government of India launched the national Digital Library of India way back in 2015 as a pilot project, and it became a national asset in 2018. Right. So in the National Digital Library, we don't have any physical boundaries, so we can actually give access to our knowledge resources to any parts of the globe. So that is the beauty of the National Digital Library. And also, we don't have any space constraint. Say, for example, your library. But suppose if you want to increase it 3 lakh or 4 lakh or 5 lakh resources, what will you do? You may have to expand the space. You may have to construct new buildings to stack these resources. But whereas in the digital library, you don't have to have such kind of space requirement. You can actually scale up and scale down the resources depending on the requirement. And also it acts as a tool for preservation and conservation, right? And during this lockdown period, the entire globe was went into a lockdown, and even during that time, the National Digital Library of India was giving access to over 6 crore knowledge resources to the participants across the globe, not just in India but outside of India also. So now let's see, how does NDLI work? How do we operate? So the core heart of NDLI is the metadata. What is metadata? Metadata is nothing but the basic information about the resource. Say for example, there is a book, the title of the book, the author of the book, the publisher of the book, the subjects that are being covered, the topics that are being covered, the abstract about the author, the basic information about the resource is called metadata. And at NDLI, we primarily store or ingest metadata only, right? And we don't store any full text resources in our repository. Then you may ask me, like, what is the point of having a digital library when you have only the metadata, not the entire contents, the full text resources? Yeah, that's a valid question, but we give access to the full text, but in a different format. I will show it in the next diagram. So imagine this is the central part. This is the National Digital Library of India. As a first step, what we do is we partner with institutions. Say, for example, if Andhra Loyola College has 1,000 non-copyrighted digitized open source resources, which could be in the faculty publication or a thesis, dissertation, or a master's project, or a UG project, or question banks, PowerPoint presentations, video lectures, audio lectures, any teaching, learning, and research materials. Okay? Suppose if you have 1,000 such resources and it's in non-copyrighted open source digitized format, then as a first step, you have to set up an IDR. IDR is like a mini website kind of stuff, wherein you create put all these 1,000 resources into a organized digital platform, and then you create metadata for these 1,000 resources. So once the metadata is created and the data full text resources are put in this IDR, we just pull the metadata from here and then we store it in our repository. Okay. Now all these 1,000 resources reference are created here through an API. Now suppose if a researcher, say from Guntur, wants to access one of your faculty publications, so he comes to NDLI, he searches for the faculty's information. Once he locates it, he clicks on the resource, then we redirect him to the IDR of your institution. Okay, so here you validate this user, and if he is found to be a genuine registered user of NDLI, you can give him access to the resource directly to the researcher. So in this process, what NDLI does is we act as a content intermediary or content facilitator. We don't own your content. The content is owned by you only. Okay? We just take your content to the global audience and we give them access to your resources. We promote your resources. That is what NDLI does. So these are, as I said, we only partner with institutions, and so far we have partnered with about 350 such content contributors across the globe. And if you look at the subject-wise content availability, so we have computer science, information, and general works closer to 1.64 crore resources. Philosophy and psychology, we have 6 lakh resources. Religion, we have 2.2 lakh resources. Social sciences, we have 60 lakh resources. Language, we have 1.8 lakh resources. Natural sciences and mathematics, we have 97 lakh resources. Technology, we have 1.27 crore resources. The arts, fine and decorative arts, we have 19 lakh resources. Literature and rhetoric, we have another 9.48 lakh resources. History and geography, we have 9.59 lakh resources. So if you add all these, as of today, we have 7.3 crore resources in our repository. And they are available in multiple learning resource formats. So these could be in the form of a thesis, dissertation, faculty publications, master projects, research projects, undergraduate projects, PowerPoint presentations, video lectures, class notes, coursework, term papers, assignments, assessments, lab experiments, main works, case studies, question banks, model answers, data sets, manuscripts, paintings, sculptures, music, law acts, law judgments, newspaper articles. So we have over 60 different types of learning resource types available in NDLI. And if you look at the access options, they are available in 5 different access options. Open access, NDLA users access, limited access, subscribed access, and restricted access. So open access means, so these resources are available even outside of NDLA. Say for example, NCERT books. So you can just go to NCERT website and then download a n number of books at n number of times. So you don't have to be registered and logged in, right? So similarly, what NDLA has done is NDLA has collated over 300 such open source platform content and then put it into a single platform. Right? That is the beauty of NDLA. So you don't have to go to 300 such websites to search for the content. Rather, you can just come to NDLA and search for these resources. Here. The second one is NDL users content, which will prepare you for registration and logging into NDLA to download. These resources are primarily coming from the national license content. So the government of India has looked in national license from South Asia Archive and World eBook Library and given these resources to NDL registered users. Right? And the third one is limited access, which means, say for example, suppose if you have a 30-page article, out of which 10 or 15 pages may be accessible, remaining pages may not be accessible. That is called limited access. Fourth one is subscribe, which will require you to subscribe to these resources. And then restricted is which will require additional authorization from the source authority to access these resources. So these are the 5 different access options. So I will talk about it in so you can see below research result, you can see this logo. So this denotes the access option. Second one is denotes the language of the content. Third one is type of content. So if you look at the access option based content, so we have open access content, that is the major chunk of our resources with 5.24 resources. And then we have NDLA users content, which are about 6.6 lakh resources. So if you add these, as of today, we have 5.29 crore resources that are completely free to use for educational and research purposes. So that is about 72% of our resources are completely full text resources, and you don't have to pay a single penny for accessing these resources. And articles are the major content type with 3.85 crore resources, followed by newspaper articles, which are 74 lakhs, books are about 37 lakhs, theses are about 7 lakhs, video lectures are about 4.7 lakhs. And who is this for? These resources are meant for every age group, starting from the school-going children to college-going youths, working professionals, academicians, researchers, entrepreneurs, and lifelong learners. So anyone who is interested in learning, we have resources for them. Now let's see how to access these resources. So there are 2 ways through which you can access the National Digital Library. One is through mobile app. So we have mobile app for both Android as well as iOS, or you can also access through any browser-based application. So now what I will do is I will directly demonstrate to you how to access the National Digital Library of India through a browser-based application. So just go to any browser and then search for National Digital Library of India. Okay. I hope you are able to see my browser.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so once you search, the first URL which you get, which is ndl.iitkgp.ac.in, This is our official URL. Suppose if you want to open NDLI, you just have to click on this URL and it will take you to our home page. This is how the home page of NDLI looks like. So this is the top bar. Here you can see there is a browse button using which you can actually browse the content by type, by subject category, by source, and by learning resource type. Say for example, suppose if you want to search by type, that is suppose if you want videos only, you can just click on videos and you can see the number of videos. There are about 6 lakh video lectures that are available. And suppose if you want only say presentations, you can just click on presentation and you can see the number of presentations. There are about 1.77 lakh PowerPoint presentations that are available. And then you can browse by subject category. Suppose if you want the content which are say for example social sciences, and then you can also do the secondary say for example sociology and anthropology. This is the second level subject category. There are 3.6 lakh resources that are available. Okay, and then you can browse the content by source. Source is nothing but the content contributor. Right? I told you there are 350 content contributors. All of them are listed under the source category one. Suppose if you want the content from NPTEL, you can see there are 1.51 lakh resources available from NPTEL. And suppose if you want South Asia archives, you can see there are 29,000 South Asia archive resources that are available. And if you want the NCRT, you can just click on NCRT. You can see there are 6,235 results available from NDLI, say SR NCRT. And then you can browse by learning resource type. Suppose if you want only books, just click on books, then you can see there are 67 lakh books that are available in NDLI. You can also check how many theses are available. There are 7.4 lakh theses that are available. Okay, this is how you have to browse the content. This is for searching. I will show you in a little while. And then this is for visiting the NDLI club. Since your institution has already become a member of NDLI club, so you just have to click on NDLI club on the top. Then it will take you to our NDLI club homepage. This is how the NDLI club homepage looks like. Suppose if you want to register yourself as a club member, just have to click on sign up. Then this page will come. So there is a unique passkey that has been given to your institution. Take it from your nodal person. Enter the passkey, enter a valid email, first name, last name, and the password. Then you click sign in. Then you will be able to. You will be automatically registered at the NDLI club as well as NDLI. Okay. And if you want to log in and participate in an event, just click on sign in, and then enter the registered email ID and password, and then click sign in. Then you will be able to log in and check. And you can actually change the language interface into various Indian languages. Suppose if you want to change it into, say, Hindi, you can just click on Hindi, then the interface will change it into Hindi. And if you want to change it into Telugu, you can just click on Telugu, it will automatically change it into Telugu. Now, these are the 3 newly created sections. One is the study at home section, under which our team has actually classified the resources into various educational level and educational domain. So here you can see this will give you the school related content. This will give you previous examination preparatory materials. This will take you give you access to the various engineering subjects. And this will give you various science subjects. Suppose if you want to see chemistry and biochemistry, just click here. Then you can see the various content that are available under this. Suppose if you want content which are related to computer science, you can see the various computer science related subjects. Similarly, if you want humanities related subjects, say for example, if you want economics, you can see the various economics related content available at NDLI. And we also have huge COVID-19 research repository as well, and some featured collections which will change every week. Okay, so now I'm going to request you to give me a few topics which I will search it in front of you, and then I will show you how to use the search effectively. So kindly put it in the search chat box, then I will refer and put these topics and search it in front of you. So let me just put one topic which is 26,337 results on this topic of Java programming. Okay. Now, the first result itself is authorized access, which will require additional authorization from the source authority. So you won't be able to download this content or view this content. Okay. Now, on the other hand, this is a open access content. So, suppose if you want only open access content, what you have to do is on the left hand side, you can see there are various filters. Access restriction, author, subject category, educational degree, difficulty level, educational level, file format, language, learning resource type, and source. Now, if you want to only access content which are open, so you just have to click on access restriction, you click open, and then NDL. Now we have only 27,981 results. And even within this, if you want only say textbooks, so we have 26,731 text results that are available, right? So now let me see if any of you have any topic for searching. No topic so far. Anyone? Can anyone give me a topic for searching in the live environment? Okay. Somebody else put
Financial management.
Financial management by Jayapal Reddy. So let me just search for financial management. I searched for this topic called financial management. Now I got 2,79,000 results. So now I want to give you a small trick. So now if I put a double quote before and after the search keyword. Now we have, without double quotes, we have 2.79 lakh. When we put double quotes within the before and after the double this one, now we have got only 29,000 results. So what is the difference between the earlier search and the current search is, when you put it within the double quotes, what will happen is, it will search in the results, it will search whether both the words are there, only it will put the results at this page. But whereas in the earlier case, when you put it without double quotes, what will happen is, it will search whether financial or management. Even if one word is there, it will pull the results and display in front of you. But whereas on the other hand, when you put it within the double quotes, it will pull the results only which are having both the words. Okay, so this is the difference between the double quotes and the single quotes. Now, if you want only video lectures, you can just click on video. And if you want, say, only contents which are relevant for UG and PG, you just have to go to a filter called educational level and choose UG and PG. Right? So we have 11,938 results. So this is how you have to search for results. Now if you want to say open a document, let me just show you how to download or view a document. Now suppose if you want to download this content, you just have to click on this content, then it will take you to a page. Right, first click on the metadata. So this is called the metadata. Okay. So this is the title of the book, this is the author, this is the sponsorship, source, okay, content type. So this is the basic information. This is called metadata. Now since it's an open access, and if you want to download this content, you just click on this content, then the entire content will get loaded into a system. Okay. So this is how you have to use NDI. Now let me get back to the presentation. So I searched for few topics: Java programming, organizational behavior, history of English literature, microeconomics, financial accounting, human resource management, biotechnology, etc. Okay. And I have also showed you how to access this study at home section. These are some of the featured content that are available for college-going students. So we have NPTEL video lectures which are about 1.51 lakh resources. We have this from submitted in various Indian universities that are available in India. We have Swayam, primarily the video lectures, again the Digital Library of India, which has one of the rarest collection of resources in India. We have Satyajit Ray's original writings, Post Institution Resource, Spoken Tutorial, EPG Pathshala, NSDL, MIT OpenCourseWare, Semantic Scholar, Oxide.org, Paperity, Science CRX, and some faculty contributions also. And apart from this, the Government of India has procured national license from South Asia RK and World eBook Library and given to NDL registered users at free of cost. We also have some featured content for medical and health resources. We have some pleasure reading materials available at the airline. We have competitive examination materials, primarily currently the question banks. So for IIT, JEE, main and advanced, we have the solved papers also. I have already shown you how to download this resource. So once you download the content, you can share it with your friends and relatives. And you can also apply various filters. Some of the important filters are like access restriction, author, subject category, educational level, file format, language, learning resource type, source, and content type. And you can change the language interface into various Indian languages. Right. So far, what we have seen is why NDLI is required, how does the NDLI work, what type of content we have, and then how to twist this bar, and then how to access NDLI. So now we have come to the second part of the same thing, which is how to operate NDLI or how to access NDLI. So far we have seen how to use it using the browser-based application. Now I'm going to show you how to use access NDLI using the mobile app. So if you're using an Android phone, go to the Play Store, or if you're using an iPhone, go to the App Store and then search for National Digital Library of India. You have to put the entire name, okay, and then only once you search in the respective Play Stores, in the Play Store or App Store, then you will see this logo, app name and the publisher name. All the three should be National Digital Library of India. Then you just click on install, then the app will get installed in your mobile phone. So once you install the app, just click on the app. So this is how the home screen of NDLI mobile app looks like. You can see the subject domain based content, learning resource type based content, and some feature sources also. Now if you want to browse, you can just click on this icon. Then you can see the various browse option which we saw on the desktop application or the browser-based application here. Now if you want to search, just click on the search icon. Then the search box will appear. Here you enter the search keyword and then click search from the keypad itself. Now I searched for a topic called financial accounting and I got 2,25,000 results. Now I want to narrow down the results using some filter options. So I just have to click on this orange color icon. So then you will see the various filters which we saw on the desktop application appearing here. You can scroll down to see the remaining filters. Now there is a filter called content type, and then you want only video lectures, just choose video and click apply. I got only 205 results. So this is how you have to use the mobile app, right? And now I'm going to ask you to do a small activity. So I'm just going to give you just 2 minutes for doing this activity. What I'm going to request each one of you is to just install the NDLI mobile app and then search for a topic that comes to your mind. Okay, and now it's 3:23 in my system. I'm just going to give you 2 minutes for installing the app and then search for a topic. Okay, so now it's 3:23. I'm going to give you time till 3:25, and your 2-minute time starts now. How many of you have already installed the app? Just put it in the chat box. Let me know how many of you have installed the app. Just 1 more minute left. Seconds more. Okay, so Ms. Rojamani has said majority of them have installed the app. If you've installed, that is well and good. If you've not yet installed, kindly install the app and then start using it for your regular academic activities. And I request the faculty members to extensively use the NDLA mobile app because photocopying, I remember I used to spend anywhere between 5,000 rupees to 10,000 rupees every semester just in photocopying the books or articles. So if we can make use of this free resources, it will help a lot of students to access these resources. So kindly use it, and then if you find it useful, kindly share it with your friends and relatives. Okay, so the 2-minute time that I gave you just got over. Now we will get back to the presentation. We just have 2 more sections to cover. The second the last we are going to cover is what is the difference between Google and NDLI. We are going to see it with the help of an example. Imagine there is a girl called Payal studying in class 8 under native languages, and she is particularly scared about a topic called magnetism as a subject of physics. And similarly, there is a guy called Shamik who wants to pursue his PhD on this topic of magnetism. Now, both of them went to Google. They searched for the same topic called magnetism. They found 1.89 crore results. And then they came to NDLI. They searched for the same topic magnetism and they found 11,16,000 results. Now, what Boyle did was she applied 2 filters. First, she chose the educational level of 5th to 8th standard, and second, she chose the language of. Now, she got only 8 results. Whereas on the other hand, what Shamik did was he just chose career and technical papers and he got only 219 such papers. So imagine where is 1.89 crore and where is 8 and 219 results. So from this example, so ideally we should not compare Google and NDLA because these are 2 different objects and created for 2 different purposes. But still, many people keep asking me this question of how we have Google, why do we need NDLA again? So first and foremost difference is the content which is available at Google is including every topic. It could be educational, non-educational, entertainment content also. Okay, but on the other hand, NDLA consists only the educational content. So that is the first major difference because we only partner with trusted educational and research institutions. So that is the first major difference. And the second major difference is you can actually narrow down the results using educational filter options. Right? I showed you various filters and they are all related to educational field. In Google also we have an advanced search, but that is very generic in nature. And then ours is a unified platform, which means you don't have to go to 350 platforms separately and then access these resources. You just go to NDLA and search for it in single way. The last instance was national. We have national content which Google does. Right? So this is the major difference between Google and NDLA. Now we have come to the last part of the presentation, which is how to operate NDLA Club. So since your institution has already become a member of NDLA Club, I will just stuck to the very basic aspect. That is, what is the objective of NDLA Club? So primary objective of NDLA Club is to promote the culture of reading and learning, especially among the young generation, right? And also take forward the knowledge resources of NDLA to every Indian citizen. So these are the 2 objectives. And for that purpose, we have created an online platform for conducting learning-oriented activities, and which will help the students in enhancing the skills and competence. Right? So I'm skipping these because this may not be useful for you. So once this event is completed, your institution will be given a certificate of registration like this. This is valid for 1 year. So within that 1 year, you need to register all the students and faculty members under NDLA Club. So once they are registered at NDLA Club, they are also a part of NDLA platform also. So they don't have to register twice here and there. The second thing is you can also track the number of students faculty members registered at India. And you need to conduct at least 10 reading or knowledge related activities under this club within the next 1 year. So what are the type of activities you can conduct? You can conduct a lecture series or a quiz competition, storytelling session, book quiz session, film screening, drawing competition, role play, writing competition, maker space, and debate. Okay. Each event should be created on the DLA Club platform, and you need to upload the report on the platform itself. Then only your institution's activity will be counted, which will be used for reviewing at the time of at the next year. Okay. So this is what I wanted to share it with all of you. So if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box. Over to you, Ms. Rajamani. Rajamani, sorry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the wonderful session, sir. Now, I request the students, please, if you have any queries, please ask the questions. You can unmute yourself, Amma. You can unmute yourself and ask the questions.
I have one simple general question, Dr. Vignesh.
Yes, Dr. Prasad.
Since at the time of NDLA starting, Infiability is well established network.
Yes.
So what way this NDLA differs and caters the needs of users?
Okay, so first and foremost, as earlier I told you at the beginning of the session, so India is a vast country and we need a lot of initiatives aiming at addressing the vastness of this country. So that is first. And regarding to your specific question, so if you look at the InfibNet's model, they primarily cater to the subscription-based model. On the other hand, our primary resources are open source resources. So if you look at InfibNet, maybe eShow Sindhu, so that will give you access to most of the subscribed resources at a subscription fee. But our resources, in fact, some of the InfibNet sources like eShow Sindhu, Shodhganga, or what do you call open source resources are also part of NDLA, right? So that is the major difference between InfibNet and NDLA.
Okay.
Any questions from student side? Please ask. చెప్పాను మరి క్వశ్చన్స్ అడగండి రా బాబు అంటే మేము అడుగుతామని అన్నారు.
Okay, so if there are not much questions, then we can end up the session, Mrs. Rajamani.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. It was really very informative and need of the hour session, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request Reverend Father S. Raju SJ to propose vote of thanks. Over to you, Father.
Honorable members of the management, for the rector, for the correspondent, for the principal, other vice principals, today's resource person, Dr. Vignesh Ornamohan, Dr. G.A. Prasadra, our librarian, Mrs. T. Roshni, the PG librarian proper, all the HODs, teaching fraternity, and my dear students, good afternoon to one and all. I felt immensely joy and experienced a tremendous sense of knowledge explosion last for the past 35 minutes also, listening to Dr. Vignesh Sonamohan. I often used to hear there is today's world, there's an information explosion in the revolution of computerization and technological growth. I am very, very happy to hear and place my words of appreciation to Dr. Vignesh Swarnamohan, who is a representative of National Digital Library Club of India. Dr. Vignesh, it was simply amazing and mind-blowing and awesome to listen to you. Highly systematizedly digitalized library with the prime motive of making the students today's world to read and learn, and this information for everyone who has a quest for knowledge or thirst for knowledge. You have beautifully taken us for a guided tour, narrating us why this NDA National Digital Library of India, with its various aspects. How does it work? For whom it works? The main purpose of NDLI is many could use the resources today. And also it took us for a nice, beautiful, enlightening trip of how does this NDLI work with the metadata, use of useful models, content contributors, subject-wise availability of resources, range of contents, access options, and resource type. And the next topic of for whom all this for? It is for everyone who seeks and quests for knowledge there, and behold, everything is available. You also beautifully demonstrated how to access these resources through the mobile app, which will be student friendly today. And finally, how to operate this NDLI club system or be a member. I am immensely happy and grateful to you for enlightening all our staff and students, especially the International Librarians Day celebration just the day before, and unfolding all these beautiful things are available just on the laptop on our palm top today. I am sure our students and the staff are immensely profited by this. I am happy and grateful to our librarian, Dr. Prasad, as well as Madam Rojamani and the management, providing an opportunity on this day for our students and staff. And Dr. Vignesh Swarnamohan, you are our source of knowledge and inspiration. On behalf of the management, I thank you so much for the depth of my heart. Attitude is an attitude of gratitude is a beatitude. That's what someone said. I repeat, an attitude of gratitude is a beatitude. What is a beatitude? It's our way of life. I promise that our students, the entire Andhra Loyola College, surely use this National Digital Library Club of India and profit by it. And that is our contribution to you. Thank you so much. God bless all of us.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Father.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Father.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Prasad and Mrs. Swarna.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vignesh. We'll be in touch with you, and we want to explore more and more with regard to our staff and their PhD works also. And kindly be in touch with us, sir.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Dear Father. Thank you, Madam Rojamani. Wonderful program.
Yes.
And tomorrow we are celebrating National Librarians Day. We can end up the program, Madam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you.